Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Halo Forge Epidemic. This is Psychoduck, and I'm here with a competitive map tutorial today. So this would apply to just competitive maps, although actually this is a subject that can transfer over to some other areas as well. But we're mainly looking at it from a competitive standpoint. What we're looking at is risk versus reward, and of course in the future I'll be doing more of these tutorials based on viewer feedback, so whatever you guys want to hear about. This is a pretty important function in any competitive map though, and it's also pretty basic, so hopefully many of you already know the basics of risk versus reward, but for those who don't, here we go. We're looking at my own map Exchange for this because it demonstrates the properties of risk versus reward rather well. You can also see we have this crane here from the Crane Aesthetics video. It was originally from this map. But anyways, risk versus reward, pretty simple topic, but it relates to a lot of things on a competitive map. And when building a competitive map, it's just something that you have to keep in mind right from the beginning while you're building the map. So it has to do with a lot of different things. So one example is kind of up here on this upper portion of the map. You can see, you know, there's a great deal of height advantage up here. You're far above the rest of the map, but your sightlines from up here are pretty limited. So like your reward for being up here is you have this height advantage, but you're risking not having good sightlines. So it's a trade-off basically, and that's all risk versus reward is trade-offs. So, you know, in regards to basically making sure that no one area is ever too powerful, so that, or no one weapon is ever too powerful, etc. So, you know, if you actually come down below the top, you're, you know, then giving up your height advantage a little bit for better sightlines, and etc. And it just factors into a bunch of different things. So, of course, risk versus reward also has to do with weapon placement. So, as you can see, the sniper rifle spawns down on the bottom of the map here. And that is intentional because if the sniper spawned in the top of the map, it would be way too powerful. But when it spawns on the bottom, you know, you have decent sightlines down here, but not particularly good ones. You kind of have to pick the sniper up and move if you want to be the most effective. So, you know, you have to take it elsewhere. So I'm not saying put a weapon where it's going to be useless, but don't put it in its most useful location. So then here you can see we have this grav lift, which is like a fast but dangerous route up to the top, or then you have this hallway, which is a longer but safer route to the top of the map. So, you know, with paths, having, you know, if you have one safe quick path and one you know, dangerous long path, you'll never take the long path. So it's all about just building trade-offs into your map with weapons and you know, the routes you can take and all that. So it's very important to keep that in mind. And you know, so the key is to just make sure that no one thing is too powerful. And yeah, so never put a sniper rifle in a sniper tower, for example. That's something that I see people do a lot, and I always have to explain that, you know, that's not good, because then you just go up to the sniper tower and you pick up the sniper rifle and you just sit there and you never move. Risk versus reward really helps encourage player movement in regards to weapon spawns, and then of course, you know, it just works with balancing out parts of the map. So good examples are, you know, Powerhouse in Halo Reach. You can see the rocket launcher from up above it, but it's in this dangerous little channel, so you have to drop down and give up your height advantage to get it. Or on Construct in Halo 3, all the power weapons spawn down on the bottom of the map, so you have to sacrifice your height advantage to go get them. Another example on here, as far as ways to traverse the map, is there is this crane here, which is a sort of quick, dangerous path again, just like the drive lift, you could take that crane across that area, or you could take this longer route across. That's more safe, because if you're jumping across the crane, especially if you're carrying a flag in an objective game or something, it's dangerous, and you could fall off or drop your objective or whatever. So that's just another important example of it, and that's basically the concept behind risk versus reward. I think it's a pretty simple concept. I'm sure it's pretty easy for everyone to understand. It's just something that you might not think about at first. So hopefully those of you who didn't already kind of think about risk versus reward when building a competitive map, hopefully you guys will start to keep that in mind. And of course, I'd love to hear more suggestions on what kind of tutorials to do, and yeah, so I can help with spawning or objective placement or whatever, etc. Just requests are great. And anyways, this has been Psychoduck with the Halo Forge Epidemic. I hope this tutorial has helped some of you, and I know it was pretty basic for the rest of you. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.